Hi, my name is Rosa, and I wrote this book called The Father and His Rose. If you would like to hear it, or it might touch, I pray that it will help those that need to hear it and that it will reach the right people. Thank you. There was once a rose that felt all alone in the park, a very observant, shy, and friendly rose. However, she was very sad because she viewed everyone else more of value than she was. Her fall clouded her vision. She believed everyone was more exciting and of more importance. The other flowers are beautiful without their thorns. She was covered with many thorns. So one day the father was tending to his garden. All of his plants were healthy and well, but his rose, she had no blooms and she was barely attached to her overgrown bush. The father had a special way to communicate with every single one of his plants. He understood something was wrong. Humans who visited the garden were drawn to visit the flowers, daisies, lilies, and sunflowers. Rose bushes got no visits because the bush had many thorns. It was easier for children to play around the other plants. Children picked the daisies. Couples would pass and be surrounded by lilies and sunflowers, flowers that danced in the wind like dandelions. He took the rose and placed her in her own unique vase. He asked her, "My sweet rose, why are you sad?" She replied, "Because I see how other flowers bloom so beautifully. Even my own bush is not the same. My bloom is so small, and my petals are not yellow as the daisies, nor do I shine as brightly as your sunflowers shine. One day I would love to dance in the wind as your lilies dance in the wind. How I am attached to my bush with thorns all around me. The thorns make it difficult for Rose to make new friends." The father gently smiled and fed Rose her favorite food and water, but she sighed in grief. Refusing the food and water was a red flag to the father. He responds, "True, those other plants of mine have unique beauties and qualities, even though you may think you would be happy being someone you're not, then you would miss out on who you are. Even though you are not who you want to be, you are equally loved and cared for in your own beautiful way." To protect the rose from slowly wilting away, the father slowly and carefully removed Rose from the bush, roots intact. He placed her in a pot all of her own, so that she would have room to grow. The father gave Rose food and water in her new vase. The father kept Rose close to him in this season. Father provided Rose with love, power, and a sound mind, safety and protection, and his care. As the seasons passed on, the rose became more beautiful and more resilient. Time with the father helped Rose to realize that she was loved and beautiful in her own unique way. When the planting season came back around, the father saw it was time to replant Rose. She had sprouted new blooms and was too big for her vase. The new soil would provide new nutrients and more nutrients as he replanted her. She thanked him for all he had done for her because her growth would not have happened without the father's love, time, and affection. When he finished planting her, he says, "Rose, when I first saw you, you were a small and sad rose. You did not see your worth that I placed on the inside of you. Now I see that you are healthy and resilient. You are now a very strong rose. You will help bring in new blooms in their timing and their seasons. I want you to never forget your time with me. Remember your love for me and others. As I continue to help you grow, also remember I love you, my sweet rose." The father gave her a hug and placed her good nutrients into her soil. Over time, she became the most beautiful rosebush in his garden. As more blooms came in, as her father promised, She realized that her father was honest and true to his words that he spoke to her when she was young. Even though she was not like the other flowers, she was created and beautifully made in her father's love and care. Without the Father's love, care, and affection, the rose would have never flourished. She knows to never neglect her time with the Father. Just like the rose, our spirit and soul craves time with Him daily through His bread or His word for nourishment. The purpose of the story is to show how life can lead us astray from who God created us to be, which is to be in relationship with Him. Through Jesus Christ only, we can find redemption and restoration to the Father. Jesus Christ, the way, the truth, the life. Thank you.